What is up, Bodyweight Exercise fans? In today's video, I'll be sharing with you one of my new favorite workout routines that I've been practicing for almost a year now. This routine combines rucking and calisthenics, or rucking calisthenics. Basically, twice a week, I put on a 20-kilo weighted vest and I head to one of my favorite outdoor workout locations for a session of weighted bodyweight training. Pretty simple, but also very powerful routine, especially if you don't care looking like a bodybuilder and you want to build that strong and lean, rugged physique. In a nutshell, what you do is combine walking with a weighted vest, also known as rucking, to an outdoor location. This can be 1 to 3 kilometers away from home or more, depending on your endurance. There's something that feels really empowering and manly about walking with a jacket, a weighted jacket, that kind of feels like armor. Now, I do know that I look a little bit like a SWAT team member slash terrorist slash bank robber, as my wife tells me, walking around this way. And I do admit that, it does make some things like going to the supermarket on my way back home a little bit awkward. But I am looking for an ideal rucking backpack that can be used for both calisthenics and rucking, and I do think I found a pretty cool one, so I'll be sharing more about that pretty soon. I guess I'm more of a lone wolf when it comes to training. This is why I love my morning routine, waking up at 5 a.m. Besides getting shit done, being more productive and all of that, it just gives you so much more personal quality time, and especially when you train in the morning, it allows you to think so much clearer because you take out the trash, as I call it, your mind's trash, by decompressing a little bit, by moving, by exerting yourself, and this also puts you in a lot more effective problem-solving state if you also have some problems to think about and solve. Next, you get your bodyweight workout in, or your weighted bodyweight workout in if you're a little bit more advanced, and finally you ruck back home. So the reason I love this workout so much is because you're basically killing 3 birds with 1 stone, since A, you're getting your steps in, B, you get your cardio in without having to jog, so that's great news for some people who hate running. Just having a good dynamic pace and having enough weight on you makes it pretty easy basically to get into a zone 2, if not a zone 3 for some people. By the way, if you haven't seen my video on dynamic walking, make sure you also watch that. It's gonna help a lot with today's workout. And C, you get your calisthenics workout in, which you can now do weighted if you are more of an intermediate or advanced trainee, at least for the exercises that no longer challenge you. By the way, this is also going to be a workout option in our new program, Project Underdog, which starts in a few weeks. If you're wondering what is Project Underdog, this is an 8-week program that has everything you need to build muscle, drop your gut, and carve a rugged, strong and lean physique using only a set of adjustable dumbbells and a pair of gymnastic rings. So if you're looking for a zero fluff program, just the nitty-gritty stuff that works, plus expert guidance and accountability, then make sure you check out the new page that I've created below about this program. And do not forget to subscribe to the Underdog newsletter list, since we'll be starting soon and spots will be limited. Starting with the benefits of rucking, number 1, you improve overall strength and endurance, since your legs, core, traps, back, basically your whole body has to work harder. Number 2, you burn more calories and fat. Number 3, it is easier on your joints than running, but still a great workout for your cardiovascular system. Number 4, it builds grit. especially on the way back home, I can really feel it on my traps to the point that sometimes I need a little break. And I find it also to be pretty amazing for stress management. And lastly, it is also amazing for strengthening all of your postural muscles. Lastly, before we move to the benefits of weighted calisthenics, it is very important that you don't overdo it in the beginning with rocking. I would say start with something like 10% of your body weight and slowly build that up. Also make sure that you're maintaining a neutral spine and overall good posture while you practice rocking. Plus, if you have pre-existing spinal issues, you want to work on those first. And you also want to consult a specialist, obviously, since loading a problematic spine might make things worse. You also want to make sure that you incorporate some form of strength training exercise that strengthens your lower back while incorporating this to your weekly training. My top option here would be Romanian deadlifts, but also other exercises such as reverse hypers and hyperextensions can also be very helpful. So once you master that 6 to 12, 6 to max 20 rep range on all of your basic calisthenic exercises using perfect form, there are two ways to keep progressing, to keep getting stronger and building muscle. Number one is to just keep adding reps and working on harder variations. Or number two, you can start loading your exercises. Now, although research shows that you can build muscle as long as you're working close to failure, even as high as 40 reps, the truth is that if you want to maximize strength and hypertrophy and you're past your beginner gains, focusing on that 6 to 12 rep range will always produce superior results just because it strikes the perfect balance of intensity, volume, muscle fiber recruitment, and recovery time. Not to mention that this way your workout is shorter, plus most people find high rep sets too depleting mentally, draining therefore your training willpower. That being said, I do believe that there is some value in including a little bit of high rep training in your workouts when it comes to improving work capacity, mental toughness. Personally, I also like how you feel after a finisher high rep at the end of your workout, but also for developing a fuller, more pumped physique. This is why I like to have a ratio of 3-to-1, so 70% or 75% focusing on that 6 to 12 rep range, and for the remainder of your workout having a little bit of a high rep finisher. And by the way, this is also the strategy that we'll be incorporating in Project Underdog that again starts in a few weeks. Lastly, adding weight to your calisthenic workouts can give you that extra stimulus or that shock to the muscles, as Arnie would call it, that allows you to break through plateaus easier. Here, again, playing with some higher and some lower rep ranges, meaning using lower rep ranges for weighted variations and higher rep ranges with easier versions of an exercise are a great strategy to break through plateaus. And this is also something that we do in our one-on-one coaching practice. That was all for today. Give this workout a try and let me know what you think. If you want to learn more about Project Underdog, then stick for another half a minute. And until next time, keep on training. First off, quick reminder, Project Underdog is launching mid-April. And in order to provide quality support, we're only taking 50 people, so make sure you subscribe to the Underdog newsletter list in order to stay posted. That being said, here's what you'll have access to through this 8-week bootcamp. We'll be teaching you our complete training and nutritional approach. You get detailed diet guidelines and a complete workout plan, both customizable to you, access to our Underdog community and platform where you'll be getting weekly nutrition, training, form, and effort checks from both Coach John and me in order to make sure that you keep progressing. We'll have a weekly Q&A session to answer all of the extra questions you might have and exclusive prizes. So if you want to build muscle, get rid of your gut, and carve a rugged, strong, and lean physique, all just by using a set of gymnastic rings and a pair of adjustable dumbbells, plus you want to be one of the first 20 people who will be accessing the program at a one-time 40% discount, my way to saying thank you to you, my loyal subscribers, then make sure you click on the link below, subscribe to the Underdog newsletter, and learn more about it.